Our new Vanheim starts with a too intense scene where our little protagonist Mamori was getting beaten up badly by his father for fun. Look at this witch enjoying her movie. If they hate their own kids so much, why bother giving birth? And that is how his life is. While his class was on a field trip, Oyamata took Ayaka's love novel she brought just to make fun of her and bully her in front of all of his sim classmates. No one has the guts to stand up and do something about this. The elites of the class were just enjoying rather than stopping him. Furthermore, their teacher was also someone who doesn't care about it. So if Mamori stood up, he would be an hare that just tried to intervene. Their Oyamata then told Ayaka to give her personal details, only then he would give up. So Mamori stood up at last, but that wouldn't work anyways. Finally, he had to stand and told Oyamata to stand, but if he wants to do something to Mamori, even other kids supported that decision. So Oyamata sat down even when he was bullying a front kid. The teacher finally told him to leave him alone. But then suddenly a portal took all of them to some new world where a goddess welcomed them all. Her name was Vysis, and she told them about the threat of the great demon empire. About 200 years ago, heroes defeated the demons, but now the threat has risen again. So she had to summon them here, who had the power to defeat them. Kids couldn't understand the situation, and their teacher told them to listen to the lady because she's hot. With the surrounding, all of it seems real, and if they go defeat the demons, they won't be able to return home because there are two ways for them to get it. First, kill the Demon King, or gather the essence when the Demon King is defeated in the necklace. Oyamata again started with his mess that he won't be her lapdog, so she got on her knees to request. Ayaka said they are just plain humans, nothing special. So Goddess told them they hold special powers. That is why they were summoned. Then they brought out a man and a demon wolf and just devoured that guy. She killed the wolf with magic to prove they are in another world. Then she called out to them to test their power level. The shinier the orb, get the more power as usual. But Oyamata shined the thing to top. His element was fire. And why such jerks always get more power? Then Kira got there, that he broke the crystal to prove he's at S rank. And seeing 2 S-rank Goddess was pleased that she summoned a power batch this time as heroes. So now it was time for Mamori aim S-rank way too low. And see asked his rank, Goddess ignored him, so it got clear he was the lowest of the low. Then the ranking continues and the bully guy showed the same power as the strongest dark hero from the past. Getting this, the timid Yasu showed his true colors now. Then Goddess taught them about status, and it was obvious that Mamori had the lowest stats. Their Goddess told them they will see a special skill unique to everyone. But now comes another ritual for which she called Mamori. He's the lowest rank holder, and in the past the lowest were the reason the high dragged down. Decided to offer a chance to the lowest. Teleportation circle would teleport them to ruins. If they survive, no one will interfere with the I-rank's person. But that place is used to send criminals there, and it's called Ruins of Disposal. Sending Memory, there is obvious. So Mamori said he has a special skill, but his status inflict element is of no use. Furthermore, he could paralyze or poison low-level monster barely, so it will have no effect on a person or a demon. Then Carrera said to get it done with already, and the whole class is up and supported him, and Yasu showed Mamori some support just in the past, like when he was bullied. And then the Goddess gave him a bag with a crystal that lights with a little magic. So Ayaka tried to stop this, and the Goddess punched her hard to make her unconscious. So Mamori tried to attack with Paralyze, and it got blocked because Goddess has a barrier. So Carrera showed his skill, for example, and Yasu told Mamori, go rest in peace. I want to seek revenge like Redo no Healer and I'm. Because all of these are trash people, which is why Mamori cursed the Goddess and promised he would kill all of them if he survived. With it, he was then sent to the ruins where he lights up the crystal he received there. He found a skull on the ground, and through instinct, he felt danger behind him, and started to run away from the monster. Didn't want to admit that he was scared right now as well because he has to take revenge from these people. It was extremely frustrating, but he has nothing at all. No weapon, no magic. So with the last hope he used Paralyze and it worked, but the Goddess had said it doesn't work on anyone. So what happened back there was it just out of luck, then another monster came out and Mamori used it again on this one and it worked again. So it wasn't a luck out there, but it consumed a 99% of his MP, so he poisoned it. And that also worked out, so what will happen if he uses his unique skill continuously? But the miner comes back as the effect of Paralyze wore off, but Mamori again remembers all those trash and his parents and how he was filled with bloodlust, so Mamori made up his mind to get stronger to rule like a king. That is why this anime looks promising, because the animation is good as well as the storylines. So that means Mamori could go on a killing spree and level up for survival. So he did exactly that. His skill level also went up, which unlocked a new feature. Multiple targets. That sure came in handy, but it comes with a range and the same trick on the same target was still not possible. So he poisoned them all for leveling up. Memori understood that his main focus is his MP. If it runs out, his life runs out. Then he got tons of level ups from those monsters, so he used all his skills in killing. But still, it's best to stay on guard. Those monsters ran off, and while exploring, Memori took some things from the dead person and kept moving on ahead. He kept on killing monsters and got hungry, but there was no food other than those monsters. So Memori got back, but the body was tough to cut, so he took out its eye to eat. But its whole body was made of acid, and his light crystal started to change color. So Memori filled it with mana and found a cola and jerky from the bag. That sure was a lifesaver. Soon, Memori had become the dungeon superior as he sat around on a dragon and killed it and its minions. But killing like this made him feel bad. When he was a kid enduring those abuses, he felt like this once before, but that time his aunt and uncle saved him and he got to know what love is from them. So he calmed his heart to accept the reality. Then again, while he was exploring, he came across a stupid eye and used it for a level up, but the surroundings had ruins in the same crystal. So he filled it with mana, and the door led him to a place where a couple had died from hunger. It seemed like a safe place and got a magic crystal from them. Then he went door to door to hunt for treasure, but the last one took more mana to open. Behind it was a man whose name was Anglin, the Dark Hero. Memori remembered the goddess saying that the Dark Heroes are the strongest, and Anglin was forcefully sent here by that stupid goddess after she used him completely, so he left some things for the ones who want to survive. Memori got it that in this world, all are evil, and he found the spell book of Anglin plus a book of forbidden spells. In it, Anglin said to beware of the Soul Eater who kills everyone. So Memori started his journey and saw the exit door, which could open with something. So he was sure he had to defeat Soul to get out, but the strongest hero was defeated by it, and he saw why. How in a split second? It made a hole in Memori's hand. So attacking it directly was impossible. He saw the gem he needed, but how to kill it? More so, would his skill even work on it? Then the Soul Eater came out, and that marked the start of the final battle. The Soul Eater knew Memori was hiding there, and suddenly it threw up, and that mud turned into undead. Memori understood right away it was the Soul Eater's entertainment, and a scream showed how ugly it was. Paralyze worked on the undead, but Memori couldn't bring himself to kill them. They looked like the humans he saw earlier. Memori felt devastated, killing those who died such a tormenting death, plus they were innocent humans. The Soul Eater then took out even more to torture Memori. The Soul Eater looked like it was having the time of its life tormenting the best human ever. But sometimes you should never get ahead of yourself because there are players who are tricksters. Memori was waiting for this good opening, all the while acting like he was being split apart to kill. He never lowered his hand even for a moment, and in its enjoyment, the Soul Eater never noticed his acting. All this while, Memori tried to hide his true merciless self, but not anymore. He said even if demons are made from human souls, he wouldn't kill them to survive. And now, that expression was worth all the acting he did. So after making fun of it, Memori killed the boss and leveled up his skill. After that, all the souls it had eaten were freed. They rejoiced in their moment of freedom, and the couple thanked Memori for defeating the Soul Eater. There, Anglin requested him to deal with the goddess, and all the souls vanished. But that goes without saying because the stupid will pay for what she did. Memori now left the dungeon from which no one had returned alive, and right there, episode 2 ended. But if you want to watch more, then subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. And please like the video to support me. Also, if you haven't watched episode 1, the playlist link is in the description. Please watch episode 1 to understand the storyline. Until then, take care.
The story begins with our hero, Yuria, waking up from a dream as he arrives at the shrine where he will now live. A girl notices him, thinking he's praying for good grades because she sees a book in his hand. However, Yuria doesn't believe in gods, so he heads to the house next to the shrine. When he finds no one home, he decides to go inside, but soon hears voices, girls changing clothes. He tries to leave quietly, but the door, Yuria pretends he never saw anything. Moments later, the girls reappear, throwing salt to purify the filth. The three sisters are shrine maidens, and Yuria realizes that he will be living with. He wants to forget